channel. I'm John Starodumsky, and I've got in front of me a bottle of Shipyard Imperial Porter. Actually, I just got finished drinking a bottle of Stift Doppelbock, which you might see the video for that posted as well. And I was looking for a dark malty Doppelbock, and what I got was a pale malty Doppelbock. So I'm in the mood for a dark beer. I didn't get one last time. Make sure I'm going to get one this time. This is a beer that actually I bought in September of 2009, and as you may or may not know by now, I am quite fond of hanging on to beers for a while, aging them, and just to see what happens. There are certain beer styles, that you can do that with. It's often said that beer should be drunk fresh, unlike wine, and that's true for a lot of styles. It can be fragile, and it will taste best when you enjoy it shortly after it's brewed. But there are other styles that are strong in alcohol, rich and roasty in character, and also perhaps highly hopped. And they'll last a while, and you can actually hang on to them, and some of them will mellow out a little bit as time goes by. Now, this beer style here, Imperial Porter, is basically a Baltic porter. It's a style of beer that was made popular on a journey through the Baltic Sea to the Tsars of Russia. The beers were brewed in England and sent through there. They started out as imperial stouts, of course, and some of them fell into the hands of the locals in the Baltics, and you'll even see some of this style brewed in Poland, Northern Europe, and basically, they changed it a little bit and turned them into lagers. Now, I don't know, Shipyard is an ale brewery. They don't do a lot of lagers, so I'm suspecting this probably is an ale. It's not extremely high in alcohol. Baltic porters can tend to be up there, but this one's only 7.1% alcohol by volume, and it is called part of the Pugsley Signature series of beers, and those are limited release, named for the shipyard brewer Alan Pugsley, who actually emigrated from England and set up the famous Shipyard Brewery in Portland, Maine. So let's go ahead and pop the cap on this one. And someday I'm going to get the knack of this. Okay. And let's give it a pour. Yeah, I like that dark color. Doesn't look to be too thick and viscous in body. A little bit of a creamy tan head is forming on top of it. Take a whiff. Getting a lot of licorice, a little chocolate in the nose. It's about moderate body. It's not as big as some of the stouts, some of the big imperial stouts, but it's a little bit more firm in body than your average porter would be. But it's very complex. That licorice that I got in the nose is really apparent in the palate as well. And then there's chocolate coming through too. But interestingly enough, maybe a hint of vanilla is there too. I do think I'm getting undertones of vanilla. Pardon my stuttering. There's some espresso notes in the finish too. It becomes very roasty. There's a roasty, chocolatey, coffee-ish character in the finish of this beer, and I really like it. And a little bit of there's some grassy English-style hops, maybe some Fuggles or something of that nature, and they balance it out in the finish as well. You can really pick them up, and I think they're they're a little herbal and minty. They're probably more apparent when the beer was younger. I have kept this refrigerated for most of that year and a half, and the rest of the time I kept it in the cellar. So it's pretty well. I think it's aged nicely over this year and a half period. It's definitely an excellent beer. It's not as big as some of the Imperial porters that are out there on the market today. Just about everybody and every brewery in America is jumping on the Imperial bandwagon. And of course, Imperial stouts and Baltic porters are probably the original Imperial beers. Um, I think you can, it's a beer that you can um, hang on to like I did, or you could drink it fresh. Either way, you're going to enjoy it, and I definitely recommend picking it up. It was about somewhere in between $6 to $7 for the 750 milliliter bomber bottle. Well worth it. So I hope you'll try it. If you happen to come across it, there are other beers in the series as well. You can't go wrong with any of them. Once you try them, I hope you'll drop me a line, brewguru@brewguru.com. Let me know what you think. Log on to my website, brewguru.com, and cheers.